Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's map reading task. This week we're in the Lake District. We've got a feature that I want you to identify, and can you also work out where the photograph was taken from. The map that we're using is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000. So somewhere on there is that feature. I've actually zoomed in a little bit to help you out with that, so we can have a look at that. So that gives you an idea of the feature that we're looking at. Let's have a look at the first photo then and see if we can work out some of the features. So we are obviously looking down a slope. The ground drops away to our right. Looks like we've got a long wall line here, but remember, walls and fences aren't shown on 1 to 50,000 maps, so that's not particularly useful to us. We might see we've got like a wide track here running away down here. Difficult to see where that actually goes. Here and here looks like there's some kind of workings, so some man-made evidence of mining or quarrying possibly here. If we look over here to the right, I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Down here to the right we have looks like a stream or a steep-sided gully coming down there. Wouldn't be unusual to find a stream in that. And then we hit the valley bottom. We can see this complex of fields. Again, we won't see those walls on the 1 to 50,000 map, but we can we probably see the flat contours. What we can see are some buildings. We've got a building there, some buildings over here, and we can also see a road here. You see that feature there is a road. We've got a road there running off around the back of this ground, and then over to our right on this flat area of the valley we've got another road there, so we may be able to see those. The actual feature itself that we're looking for is this steep rocky ground on this hillside here. If we come back towards the camera, it looks like there is a significant drop down here, and then this ground immediately ahead of our feature, higher ground, so may well be there's some kind of valley or stream in this point here. We've got lots of woods on the photograph. Woods here before we get to that feature, woods here to the right of the feature, and then we've got a notable clear area here, a clearing. Looks like there's a building there. Certainly got trees in front of it and possibly up to the right of it, but that looks significant. So can we see that? So let's have a look for some of those on the map. So we're looking for a slope down to a valley bottom with high ground and trees on the other side. So it makes sense that we're looking from east to west, downhill, flat areas in the valley bottom here and here, and then higher ground with trees on the other side. And we were also on a track, weren't we? So we have a track here, and we've got a bridleway and a bridleway here, so could be on one of those two. Can we work out the feature to start with, what we were looking for? Well, we were looking for that craggy ground, that high craggy ground that looked like it had a steep drop down to a gorge or a river, and then some high ground in front of it, but not as high as the crag itself. So let me just show you that again. So steep rocky ground with a dip with possibly a stream in it, slightly lower rocky ground in front of it, and then some buildings and flat farmland. Okay, so we've got a couple of streams in the valley bottom. We've got this one running down here, and then we've got this one here, Tarnbeck coming down. We have rocky ground there, but that's in the trees. We have rocky ground here with the stream, and then some more rocky ground in front of it. That sounds promising. And then we have this Turner Hall farm with buildings here and here. So it looks like we're going to be looking at this feature here rather than this feature. We can't be looking at these two, either of these two features, because we haven't got that drop off and then higher ground in front of it. Another thing to note is that clearing that I mentioned. That is that there. So this cleared area with a building, grass guards at the top or to the north of it is this area here with the building, and we know that our feature is much further left of that clearing. So again, that fits with it being this low crag area here. We also have the roads here, so that's going to help us identify the photo location. So there's a few things that will help us with the photo location. There's the track that we're on, but these workings down slightly below us and to the left. The line of that road there looks like it's coming pretty much straight back towards us. This road over here, and this stream or gill here that is off to our right. We're not looking straight down that. There's also quite a bit of hillside dropping away here before we get to the valley bottom. And the other thing to note is how this building and this flat farmland, this hill here, how they all line up with our feature. So main farm buildings to the left, another building just off to the right, and then this slightly lower rocky ground almost in a straight line. So back to the map, zoomed in slightly. Here we have that road, so if we project that back, that puts us over here rather than here, and that other road there was the road at the bottom of this Longhouse Gill. So again, we can't be on this track here because we could see Longhouse Gill over to our right. Here we've got the word quarry disused. We don't know exactly where that is, but we could see some disused workings over to our left and below us, which indicates we can't be on this bit of Bridle Way. We're more likely to be up on this bit here. So the answer is we're at about this point here, looking to the quarries to our left, Longhouse Gill to our right, road almost in a straight line away from us, high rocky ground with a drop below it into the stream that we couldn't see, hidden away in dead ground, and then the crags that we were looking at were these slightly higher crags going up to the 292 spot height low crag. So that was our answer this week. Hope you got it right. Hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's map reading task. Bye for now.